There isn't a right way to breastfeed a newborn. It's going to depend on what's comfortable for your baby, for your body, depending on how your birth has been, the shape of your breasts. A really common, great breastfeeding position in the early days is laid back or biologic breastfeeding. So where the parent gets themselves nice and reclined and brings the baby just comfortably up next to them. The baby then can activate their own reflexes that help them latch themselves. This can be both comfortable and more relaxing for a lot of new parents, especially after a cesarean delivery or a difficult delivery. Some other common poses for breastfeeding are the classic cradle pose. This is the most common hold you'll see for breastfeeding, but it actually can be really hard for newborns because they're not as supported as they are in other positions. Big babies can breastfeed like this, but newborns need a little more support. So usually we'll actually have you use the other hand and come around in what we call a cross-cradle. So we hold the baby with a C hold with the thumb and finger touching the ears. So we're supporting that baby's neck and upper back, but not actually their head. You often hear support the baby's head, support the baby's head, but newborns don't actually really like to be touched or pressed on their head. So we support them in this hold on their upper neck and back. This provides your baby with a lot more stability and support, and also gives you the ability to manipulate your breast with your other hand. Some basic tips for latching your newborn are, rather than having your baby's belly facing up and sunbathing as we call it, you want to turn your baby tummy to mummy so that they're nice and tight into your body. Remember, your baby came from a uterus. They like to be squeezed. They like to be held tight. So we line up their ear, their shoulder, and their hip all in a line and support them really well right against your body. Babies, when they're out in space and getting a lot of movement of their arms and legs, actually can get really stressed out because they're used to being held tight by that uterus. So we hold them in really close. Another common position that we can use that's actually just like this one is a football or clutch hold. And for that, we're just gonna swing that baby around to the opposite breast and put them into your armpit, really. A key for this hold is that there's lots of space behind you. So vertical pillows can help to support the breastfeeding parent while we get that baby tucked up nice and tight. This is another great position for after a cesarean or for someone with really large breasts. It can be much more comfortable to hold the baby here than way out in front. There are a lot of breastfeeding products and props and cushions available, and what's going to work for you may be different than what works for someone else. The main key is to get yourself set up comfortably, and for once that breastfeeding parent has that baby latched, to be able to support their body so they're not using a lot of muscles. Breastfeeding in the first weeks can take up to 40 hours a week. So just like we need to be ergonomic at work, we need to be ergonomic with breastfeeding. So we want to get that breastfeeding parent well supported by stuffing pillows or a breastfeeding pillow or rolled up blankets or towels all around them so that they are supported and not having to use a lot of muscles.